The International Criminal Court, or ICC, operates under the Rome Statute, a treaty that established its jurisdiction over genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and the crime of aggression. These are considered the most serious offenses of concern to the international community. Article 59, paragraph 3 of the statute allows individuals arrested under an ICC warrant to seek interim release through their national judicial systems. This provision underscores the principle of complementarity, prioritizing national proceedings over ICC intervention. It ensures that the ICC does not override national judicial processes unless absolutely necessary. Essentially, the ICC is a court of last resort, stepping in when states are unwilling or unable to prosecute grave international crimes. This mechanism is crucial for maintaining international justice. In Duterte's case, Article 59, paragraph 3, could have provided a legal avenue for him to challenge his detention within the Philippine judicial system. However, the Philippines' withdrawal from the Rome Statute in 2019 complicates the application of this provision. The ICC asserts jurisdiction over crimes committed during a state's membership, despite withdrawal. This ensures that justice is not evaded through strategic exits. This stance is based on temporal jurisdiction, meaning the court's authority extends to crimes committed during a state's membership, regardless of later actions. This principle is vital for upholding accountability. The Philippines argues that the ICC's reach should not extend beyond a state's formal commitment to the Rome Statute. This legal debate highlights the tension between the ICC's mandate to ensure accountability for the gravest crimes and the principles of state sovereignty and consent that underpin international law. Balancing these interests remains a complex and ongoing challenge. The arrest of Rodrigo Duterte has ignited a firestorm of legal and political controversy, sending shockwaves through both national and international arenas. At the heart of the matter lies a complex clash between Philippine sovereignty and the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court, or ICC. The Philippines, having formally withdrawn from the Rome Statute in 2019, contends that the ICC no longer holds any legal sway over its citizens or its internal affairs. However, the ICC maintains that its jurisdiction over alleged crimes committed during a state's membership persists even after the state has withdrawn. This assertion rests on the principle of temporal jurisdiction, which extends the court's reach to crimes committed during a state's adherence to the Rome Statute, regardless of subsequent withdrawal. The ICC's position is rooted in the belief that allowing states to evade accountability by simply withdrawing would fundamentally undermine its purpose and mission. Duterte's decision to withdraw from the ICC was fueled by accusations of bias against developing countries and perceived interference in national sovereignty. His supporters argue fervently that the ICC's pursuit of Duterte is politically motivated and disregards the Philippines' own efforts to address alleged human rights abuses within its borders. On the other hand, the ICC's defenders counter that the court's mandate is to hold individuals accountable for grave crimes, regardless of their political stature or national origin, ensuring justice is served. The arrest of Duterte, despite the Philippines' withdrawal, is seen by some as a significant victory for international justice and a testament to the ICC's unwavering determination to fulfill its mandate. The arrest of former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte has revived discussions about international legal principles, including the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. This legal principle suggests that evidence obtained through illegal means should not be used in court. This doctrine posits that evidence obtained illegally should be inadmissible in court. However, its application in international courts is complex. However, its applicability to ICC proceedings is often misunderstood. The ICC has its own set of rules and procedures. The ICC operates under its own evidentiary rules, enshrined in the Rome Statute and its rules of procedure and evidence. These rules are designed to ensure justice on an international scale. Article 69 of the Rome Statute governs the admissibility of evidence, emphasizing relevance, probative value, and fairness. This ensures that only credible evidence is considered. The ICC can exclude evidence obtained through torture or coercion, but this is based on ensuring a fair trial, not the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. This distinction is crucial for understanding ICC procedures. The ICC's approach to evidence gathering and admissibility is distinct from domestic legal systems. It must balance international legal standards with the need for justice. The court gathers evidence from various sources, including state cooperation, NGOs, and open-source investigations. This diverse approach helps build a comprehensive case. In Duterte's case, the admissibility of evidence will be a key battleground. Legal teams will scrutinize every piece of evidence. The ICC must demonstrate that its evidence meets the standards of relevance, reliability, and fairness. This rigorous process ensures that justice is served. Duterte's arrest and swift transfer to The Hague has ignited controversy within the Philippines, with concerns about the violation of due process rights enshrined in the 1987 Philippine Constitution. Duterte's transfer, seemingly carried out without a warrant from a Philippine court, has been condemned as a disregard for the country's legal processes. The 1987 Constitution guarantees fundamental due process rights, including protection from unlawful arrest and detention. Article 3, Section 1 states that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. The Philippine legal system places a premium on national sovereignty and the primacy of its own laws. Duterte's arrest and transfer, without adherence to Philippine extradition procedures, raises profound questions about the legality of the government's actions. Duterte's legal arsenal challenging the ICC's grip. Duterte's legal team, composed of seasoned lawyers, is expected to mount a vigorous defense, leveraging every legal avenue to secure his release. One primary defense will likely center on challenging the ICC's jurisdiction in light of the Philippines' withdrawal from the Rome Statute. His lawyers could argue that the ICC's authority over crimes committed during a state's membership ceases upon withdrawal. They may also invoke the principle of complementarity, arguing that the Philippines is willing and able to investigate and prosecute any alleged crimes. Another strategy involves invoking immunity from foreign jurisdiction, shielding heads of state from prosecution in foreign courts during their time in office. Political fault lines. The arrest's ripples in the Philippines. The arrest of Rodrigo Duterte has sent shockwaves through the Philippine political landscape, exposing deep-seated divisions. Duterte remains a popular figure among a significant segment of the population, and his arrest has galvanized his supporters. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has walked a tightrope, balancing upholding the rule of law with appeasing Duterte's loyal base. The arrest has fueled existing political rivalries, particularly between the Marcos and Duterte families. Sara Duterte, Duterte's daughter and the current vice president, has been a vocal critic of the ICC, vowing to fight for her father's release. Duterte's arrest has also emboldened human rights groups and victims' families who view his arrest as a step towards justice. International stage, international justice, global reactions to Duterte's arrest. The arrest of Rodrigo Duterte has elicited a mix of reactions from world leaders, human rights organizations, and legal experts. Human rights groups have largely welcomed his arrest as a victory for justice. Amnesty International hailed the arrest as a significant step towards justice. Some countries, particularly in the West, have expressed support for the ICC's actions. However, other nations, particularly in the global South, have expressed reservations about the ICC's intervention, viewing it as an infringement on sovereignty. A delicate balance: national sovereignty, due process, and the pursuit of justice. The arrest of Rodrigo Duterte has illuminated the interplay between national sovereignty, due process, and international justice. The ICC's mandate is to investigate and prosecute individuals accused of grave crimes when national courts are unwilling or unable to do so. The court's jurisdiction is rooted in the Rome Statute, a treaty ratified by over 120 countries. However, the ICC's pursuit of justice often intersects with the issue of national sovereignty. States are wary of external interference, viewing the ICC's involvement as a threat to their autonomy. The principle of complementarity emphasizes the primary responsibility of states to investigate and prosecute crimes within their own jurisdictions. Conclusion: charting a course through legal and political turbulence. The arrest of Rodrigo Duterte has plunged the Philippines into uncharted legal and political waters. The ICC must ensure that its proceedings are conducted with transparency, fairness, and respect for due process. The Philippine government faces the task of upholding the rule of law while navigating the political sensitivities surrounding Duterte's arrest. Duterte's arrest has ignited a national conversation about justice, accountability, and his controversial presidency. It is essential for this conversation to continue, fostering a deeper understanding of the complex issues at stake.